I almost died this morning. So I had to go to London early in the morning. Right? I had to do something in the middle of like moving the house. Right, I got this house that I brought, dream house, and I had to go pick up this massive chandelier. So I had to leave there early this morning. Anyway, went to London, come back nice and early because listen, I wanted to be productive today. Right, I didn't want to waste time going in the middle of the day. Luckily, this place opened at 7. Anyway, I'm on the way back from London, and I'm just about to get off the junction off the motorway, and I see all these cars like chock a block. There's a lot of traffic. They're all stopped all of a sudden, and I had to put my brakes on. And next minute, all I heard was this screeching of these wheels and these tires. Like, I'm like, wow. I looked in my rearview mirror. I can see this big truck, and it's like I see it's coming towards me. He's trying to swerve into the first lane. The first lane had to get in the second lane. I heard all this screeching. I thought, what's going to happen here? All of a sudden, behind that truck that nearly missed me was this huge lorry. Right, all I see is like him whacking on his brakes. I assume that's him. Right, the brakes went on, and there's so much smoke noise, and I'm just preparing now. I'm done. I'm done. I just thought that particular time I was done. It was about 7:50 a.m. It was, and I'm like, I just could not believe that nothing hit me, and I'm like sat there just taken away, like in total shock. And I'm like driving back home, and I'm thinking, this could have been it. Today could have been it. I've just bought this house. I've been planning on buying this house for my family, and I don't even get to use it. I'm getting it all decorated. The carpets are going down. And I was just like thinking, fuck, life could have been so much different for my family today. Everybody could have woken up. I've got my team here, I've got my family, got my kids. What happened to everything? And I'm like, fuck, that was so close. Made me like become more aware. Not that I'm not aware. It made me become more aware. Like, listen, every day counts. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because like life can change in a split second. And I'm thinking like, all these thoughts start coming to my head, like, who would knock on the door? The police are going to go home and tell my family this has happened and stuff, and what's going to happen, and I'm going to be okay or what? And I was just thinking like, all of this thing that I'm planning for, it could have been non-existent because your life can change in a split second. So today I want to do this episode about really making the most of your life because, just like today was a perfect example. People leave their houses every morning, right? Some people don't wake up in the morning. Some people had it recently. Somebody that I knew didn't wake up in the morning. All right. Somebody passed away. A relative of ours went on holiday. She went on holiday. She didn't wake up in the morning. And I'm not here to depress you today. I want to express how important life is. And you've got an opportunity right now. I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you making the most of your life? Or are you bitching around, fucking around, waiting for that one day to, in the future where everything's going to be all great? Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing. The only thing that's guaranteed is death, life and death. That's the only two things that we have. We don't know how long we're going to be here for. You might be fit. You might be healthy. Listen, I'm fit. I'm healthy, but my entire life could have been over. And I'm like, even driving down to the office today, I'm thinking like, what would my family be going through right now if something really bad happened? Like, what would be the consequences? I wouldn't be there. I'm thinking like the money that I'm bringing in, the bills that I'm paying, putting my kids through school, that all stops. And I'm like, fuck. That really hit home today, like how valuable this life is every single day. So we've got to make the most of our days. We ain't got time to fuck up. We ain't got time for excuses. Now, I'm sure that there's something that you're really like, something that you really want to do in your life. You're listening to this podcast, not because you've got nothing else to do, not for entertainment, because you want something, because you're thriving towards going towards something. We got to create urgency in our lives, right? A lot of people don't have urgency. I see so many people coasting around, just waiting and plodding along, not really going all in, giving it lots of action, giving it lots of drive. You got to be driven. What area in your life right now are you slacking on? I always say to people, don't be a little bitch, right? Don't be a pussy. Today I'm just so grateful for another day. And like, we have so many good things in our lives, right? You wake up, you make a list of everything that's going great for you right now. We can all focus on the negative, but I want you to focus on all the good stuff that you've got going on in your life today. We forget about what we already have, right? We get caught up in a really low, shitty feeling sometimes on a low frequency when we're comparing ourselves to other people. Now you got health, you got you got wealth, you got some money in the bank. You might not have a lot of money in the bank, but you got food in your fridge. It might not be packed out with all the luxurious food, but you got food in the fridge. You got access to clean air. Look at how much you've actually got and start becoming become grateful for what you got. It's so easy not to become grateful because we get so caught up in our life chasing dreams. But the biggest wins that we have is all the things that we've already got. So today I want you to make a list of like 20 things that you're really grateful for. This might be your son, your daughter, might be health, might be something that you got in your fridge. It might be like access to medical health care. Maybe it's access to like clean water every single day, food, nourishing food. Maybe you've got a great relationship. You got a roof above your head. It might be leaking, but it's a roof. Go out and have a look at all those people that are homeless, and all those people that don't have anything. Look at some of those third world countries where living conditions are super poor. But not only there, we have it here. I went to the US a couple of years ago, and I went around LA, and it just broke my heart. Like, one of the richest countries on the planet, and yet your fucking people are homeless on the streets and stuff. And there's like RVs and tents, roads and roads. I'm like, how can this happen in LA? The land of dreams, right? That's what they call it. Is that what they call it? The US, the land of dreams. Everybody's got a choice. Everybody has got a choice to do more. Even those people there, right? A lot of them maybe have accepted defeat. Some have different circumstances, different things happen to them. I get that. I'm not saying that is their fault. I'm not saying that by any means, but I just wonder, out of all those people, those homeless people in LA or here, how many of them could actually become someone, do something? If they had a bit more belief, if someone maybe just reached out to them. I reach out to people, I help people all the time, but how many people out there could become the next Elon Musk? You know, we get caught with judging people. Like, sometimes we see somebody like begging, and I'll go out and give them 10, 20 bucks. And sometimes, you know, somebody might say, why do you do that for? They're only going to spend it on drugs. I said, well, who the fuck are you to judge? Because you don't know if they're going to spend it on drugs. You know, they might want to buy some food. You know, what they do with that money's up to them. It's totally their choice, but I'm doing this from the goodness of my heart, because that person's someone's son or someone's daughter. Okay, I never look down at anybody, and I just don't like people that do, because everybody's all equal. Just because someone has a bit more money than somebody else doesn't make you a better person. You can have more money than somebody else, and you could be a total wanker, but this money just makes you more of who you are. And so, if you want to be more of who you are, if you're a good person, money's going to make you a better person. Don't leave your dreams on the table. I really after today's situation, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm going to wake some more fucking people up, because I've got to go out even more. I need to make a bigger impact while I'm here, because I don't know, you know, how long I'm here for. I just don't know, right? So I want to make the most of my life. I want to make it count. I was placed on this earth just like you were. If you believe in a purpose, I believe that I have a purpose, so I need to fulfill that purpose. I haven't got time to mess around. I want to surround myself with people that want to go places. So you want to look at your own life now. Evaluate your life right now. Look at all the good that you've got, right? Now, if this was your last day, would you be happy with what you've done until now? Would you want to do more? Would you want to have that extra day? I remember there was a point in my life when I did not want to live anymore. I was like, God, take me out of this miserable life, because I was down on my luck, down on my dreams, down on my finances, in debt. I felt like a total failure. I felt ashamed of myself. I felt like, you know, I'm just a disease to be around. That's how I felt about myself. And that's not that long ago, and I felt so crap. I've got 2 young children. I'm supposed to be a role model. I had so much guilt and hate towards myself, and I remember just wanting to go. I'm like, fucking, I just want to get out of it. I want to tap out. I want to go. And so many times I thought about it, right? Like, I just want to call it a day today. I'm just being honest and open with you. I want to be transparent, because when things are going great for people, when the money's coming in and you see them all successful on social media, whatever, driving nice cars and stuff, but you don't know what their story is behind them. A lot of people don't be transparent, and they just like, you don't know what someone's going through, right? You could like have the nicest car. To someone, their life may seem like amazing, but behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on. So at that point, I wanted to go. Then when I fell ill in the hospital, now I wanted to live, because now my time was up, right? I thought I wanted to end my life to end, but now that happened, right? In hospital 2016 when I was on my deathbed, and now I'm praying to live. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? How does somebody go on from over here, you just want to tap out, don't want no more, to the next day want to live? And because what the realization kicks in, hey, listen, this could all be over today, right? And when that hit me that time, I'm like, God, no, I can't do this. I want you to think about you've got a dream. Who is that dream going to impact? What comes out of that dream for you? Is it a monetary dream? Is it like getting your business to a certain level? Is it a certain home you want, a certain lifestyle? You want to put your kids through private school? You want to help your parents? What is that thing, and how committed are you towards that? Are you living every single day towards that dream? Are you actually putting the effort in? Because what you put in, that's exactly what comes back out. So many people are fucking coasting. We can't coast. I just want you to create some urgency in your life today. I want you to think about this one day. This is all that matters, what's here today. Don't worry about tomorrow, because that's not here right now. You can only do what you can do with today. And are you making the most of that? We've been given like the 24 hours, right? Every single day, got 24 hours in the clock. Some people use them 24 hours wisely. Some people just fucking ponder around doing nothing. So think about if you can spend 4 hours a day dedicating towards your dreams, where you go all in, you have zero distractions, have your intention. What is your dream? What is it that I want? Write down your dream, write down your goal. And every day, look at that goal, look at that dream and say, right, how much, if I can allocate just 4 solid fucking hours a day, right, every single day, just like even if you're working 5 days a week, if you can dedicate get rid of all distraction, get rid of your phone, get rid of all the distractions that you've got. And like from 9 to 1 p.m., you just get uncomfortable, get stuck in, get that piece of paper out, write out what you got to get done and get moving. If you've got to make a call, make it. If you've got to meet someone, do it. If you've got to record some content, do it. If you've got to go out and prospecting, do it. If you've got to put a presentation together, do it. Just fucking do it. All right, I want you to really fucking understand everybody who's become successful, they had to get uncomfortable. They had to do things they didn't enjoy doing. I have to do today, even today. Listen, even sometimes recording a podcast, you think, oh, do I have to do another one? Seriously? Listen, but this is a part of what I should be doing, right? You're probably thinking you're moaning. I'm not moaning, but I'm telling you, I didn't want to do podcasts today. So other things on my mind, okay? Like just fucking have a second chance at life or a third chance. But I'm here, I've got to do it. I'm responsible for my podcast, right? I've got to keep on going, right? I want to inspire you people. I want to share my story. So what are you avoiding doing? Maybe you don't know how to do something. If you don't know how to do something, you know what the best way to find out how to do something is ask someone who's already done it. Very simple. Nothing's complicated. I had one of my clients, amazing client, on one of my calls last night, and she's having some issues with staffing. The issues been carrying on. The same issues been coming up frequently, right? I'm like, okay, I gave the exact framework on how to overcome that, right? And I'll give the framework to her. She's going to implement it, going to crush it, right? Someone knows how to do what you want done. Now, maybe I have some answers to some of the things that you're trying to do and you don't do it. There's a guy, a TikToker, he's School of Hard Knocks, great guy, he's a young guy in the States, and he always goes up to billionaires and millionaires, like asking about how they made the money. And he had this dude on there, right? Older guy, and he said he made $1 million and he lost it, made $1 million and lost it. And he asked him, like, you know, what advice would you give to someone, right, if they want to be successful? You know what he said? Invest in yourself, education, hire a mentor. Why should you hire a mentor? Because that person's already done the things that you want to do. They've made all the mistakes. They spent all that time figuring it out so you don't have to. So this is what the importance of mentorship, right? Someone like myself has been through done all the testing, all the trial and testing, and wasted all the money, the time, lost all the money, and figured out a formula. So this is why people come to me, because I have a formula where you haven't got to go out and spend like 150 grand or 200 grand, 300 grand figuring this stuff out. You haven't got to go spend 10 years, 15 years to do this. I've got the formula. This is why people come to me. So what do you need figuring out, and who can you turn to for answers? So many times that we try to figure this shit out on our own. We try to suss it all out on our own, and we don't do it. We can't suss it out. And then what happens? We get stuck. We get caught up in a slump. And then what happens? We start complaining because we're not getting where we want to get to. But get the results. To get the results, you've got to find someone who's got the results already and just say, hey, listen, can you show me how you do X, Y, and Z? And then you just follow them. It's very simple. When I start working with Bob, I'm like, I haven't got time to figure this stuff out on my own. I need someone who's already made the mistakes, who knows what to do, exactly what to do, and tell me exactly what I should be doing on a day-to-day basis. And bang. Not just on a strategic point of view as well, right? The strategy is really important too, but behind that, creating the inner new image of yourself. I remember I used to have this mentor. He's supposed to be a multi-millionaire mentor. I used to go to his house 3 hours a fucking month, right? I used to drive like 45 minutes, 50 minutes from my house. He spent most of his time talking about religion. Now, I'm religious. I believe in God, but I was there for business coaching, and he's telling me about like philosophies about religion, about religion. I'm like, I haven't come here to learn about religion. I get it. I respect religion. Okay, that's cool. I'm not saying I don't. But that's not what I came here for. I came to you for strategic business results. And what happened? The last 15 minutes, okay, Mindy, so what do you need to talk about? I'm like, I'm just paying you. I'm wasting my time coming all this way, right, to sit with you for you to waffle on about everything. And I'm like, and all he taught me, 15 minutes, give me a bit of strategy, do it. And I'm like, fucking strategy, right? So all he taught me is strategy. And that went on for a couple of years, and I woke up and I just like shifted from him. I'm like, I'm wasting my time. Here's the thing. Time is the only thing that we have. We haven't got nothing else. Money can be replaced, right? Everything can be replaced apart from time. I don't know what happens to the other side, but what if you go to the other side, right? When you pass away and you're looking back at all your regrets, all the things that you said you were going to do and you didn't do, and all that movie kept on playing and playing and playing. That's a long life to live like that, right? So I want to utilize this time now, utilize this time and my time on planet Earth and do something with it. Like I've been on the planet for just over like 40 odd years, right? I'm a bit older, but I won't tell you how old I am, right? But I've been on the planet. Some people have been on the planet 20 years and done more with their life in 20 years than someone's been on the planet for 65 years, right? So if you're 65, if you're 55, in the next 12 months, in fact, in the next 12 weeks, you could outdo anything that you've ever done in your entire life. You might be 50 right now, you might be 40. But in the next 12 weeks, what if you can have a quantum shift in your results where you do more than you ever did in your entire life? I've done this stuff in my life now. I'm doing things in a matter of weeks or days that would have taken me years to do back then. Why? Because I went to someone who showed me how to do this. I didn't figure this out on my own. I made the mistakes on my own. I didn't figure this out on my own, right? So I learned from a mentor, and then I've passed this on to other people, and it's been working. So, this success leaves clues, right? So make the most of today. Don't fuck this up. Kevin Hart says, I think one of his stand-ups is, I think it says, don't fuck this up. So I'm telling you, don't fuck this up. Today, I want you to go all out, get aggressive with your actions, step into your bigger shoes, or big boy pants, big girl pants, whatever pants you want to wear. If you don't want to wear any pants, that's all cool too, right? Wear a thong. But get into whatever you're going to get into and go fucking make shit happen. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care.